Some of you may know I'm a big fan of the Insta360 products. I usually use a X4 when I'm on my Stromer, and some of my biking vlogs and things like that are using a X4. But I also like this, and this is the AcePro2. I've had the Ace Pro, but as soon as this one came out, I bought this. This takes really great low light video. Not as good as the Pocket 3 in my opinion, but it's very close. But what's nice about this is it's extremely stable and you get really good low light footage. I'm working on some videos now where you can see that better as we talk through it. The other thing I really like about this camera is the flip up screen. So you can see yourself as you're recording if you are into vlogging, but it also gives you the ability to shoot at different angles as well, which I think is great. And the video quality out of this is extremely good. It'll shoot up to 8K video or a 4K with a zoom if you wanted to zoom in on something. The other thing that this thing is really amazing with is the sound. Down at the bottom here, you could see there's a microphone and they built in a kind of a wind jammer. It's just a foam piece in there, but it really does a great job of blocking out any background noise, any wind. And then they're using a lot of processing to separate your voice. I've done a video on that where I'm riding the bike with the camera right about on my shoulder, and you could hear my voice clear as day. So I really like this camera. The other thing that this camera does really well is time-lapse photography. It also takes up to 50 megapixel pictures, and it does a really good job at taking pictures. Insta360 just came out with this. This is the Xplorer Grip Kit. Let's take a look and see what you get and how it fits onto the camera. Okay, let's see if I can do this. I've never filmed this way before, but I think we have an okay shot. This is the box here, and let's see what's inside. So we got a bunch of foam, instruction manuals, and probably legalese. And then this is what you actually get. We'll start from one side to the other. You do get this nice paracord or rope type wrist strap. It feels nice. It feels comfortable. I don't know if I like the little string at the bottom, but I would imagine it's pretty tough. Personally, I don't think I would use this, but it is very well made. It feels really strong. Maybe I'll consider it. It does feel good on the wrist. Put this aside. Then you actually get a cage. Now, this is all made by Tilta, and you can see it's branded with Insta360, but it's Tilta on the front. So that's really nice. You can see there's a clip on the side. So if you want to vertically mount this, you can. And then that's about it. There is a shutter button on the top here, cold shoe mount on the top. There's a power button on the side and openings for your SD card and USB charging. Let's open this up and put the camera in here. Oh, you can also open up this side to get access to your battery. So that's cool as well. So the camera should just slide in here, which it does. And again, you can get to your battery on this side, lock that down, and then lock this side down as well. And now your camera is secure in the cage. What I also like about this is that you can get to the flip-up screen without a problem. It does limit the visibility just at the bottom edge a little bit, but not much. There's no rattle. It feels very secure in here. So then you have this piece here. I think this is probably one of the most interesting pieces. One, because I think it's just beautifully built, but also extremely overbuilt. Look at how many pieces are in this thing. It feels really good to the hand. You can see that there's slots to put your wrist strap through if you wanted to do that, or you can put a Peak Design anchor clip in there if you wanted to, if you use their wrist strap. But this just will screw into the side. Let's see if we can get that on here. What's also interesting is they give you a little tool. You can screw your handle in and then store it back into the bottom here, and it fits flush. Now you have a grip. This grip feels really good to the hand. With action cams, you typically have to hold them if you're not mounting them and you're like this, or with the Ace Pro 2, you can flip out the screen and hold it with the screen to get low. Now you have a really good sized handle to it, and it just feels really nice. Keep in mind, on the Ace Pro 2, this screen here is really just data. You can't see yourself on this screen. So I typically have mine turned off just to save battery. It doesn't matter where you have your fingers on it, but let's get to the other cool part. So they give you this piece here. Now, this piece here just slides on to the cage, and now you have this big shutter paddle that naturally fits under your thumb here, and you can press on this and instantly take a picture or start your video, and then press on it again and you can actually see it here. We'll flip up the screen. So you could see, I'm in quick capture mode, but you can see here that it'll automatically start recording. And now you have full control of your camera. You can start and stop recording or take pictures with it. And now this other little thing looks like just a cold shoe cover. That will just slide onto here. This is the exact look that you're going to end up getting from this thing. I'm pleasantly surprised on the build quality of this grip, basically, and it gives you the ability to hold on to it. And that shutter paddle on it is also just really well positioned. You do have to be careful with it because depending on how you hold the camera, you can adjust everything with your thumb because it fits right on top of it, and it's really easy to activate. But you get the ability to still flip up the screen and you can see yourself. So if you did want to vlog with it, you can, and it gives you something to hold on to. You also have the ability to shoot low with it or use it as a regular camera. That's really the cool thing about this, because now you're using this kind of like a regular camera, or you're holding on to it at least like a regular camera. And I find that to be super convenient. The other thing about this camera is it takes great still photos, believe it or not. They're 50 megapixel photos. They do shoot very wide. You can go from wide linear to ultra wide, but there's nothing really narrow, so you would have to crop in post. The other thing about this camera is that everything is going to be in focus. There is no ability to get any kind of background blur, but you can add that in post if it's really that important for you. But I will put some pictures in this video of me shooting with this camera for still photos, and I think you'll be amazed on the quality that you get out of this. I thought this was just a really cool accessory for this camera. I will leave links down below to the Insta360 site where you can find this, if you can find it, because when I looked recently, it was already sold out. Put it on your watch list if you think you might like this. I think it's really well built. The other thing I really like about this as well is that it's versatile. So if you don't want the paddle on the top, you can just slide that off and this comes off. So now you have just the cage. You also have the shutter button over here that you can still reach, or you can just take this handle off and use it as a regular cage. So you have access to the bottom mounts. You have the side mount that you can mount it vertically, but it's just a really well-built cage by Tilta. That's just my quick review of this Xplorer Grip Kit. I really like this, and I find myself now carrying this camera with me more. I could throw it in my bag and use it a little bit more than I was. This is, to me, just a really great accessory, and it feels really good in your hand. Hope you enjoyed this video. It's one of my first unboxing using a different setup today. Hopefully it worked out okay, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.